In Parliament today, Rishi Sunak promised that a large amount of aid is being sent to Gaza and specifically to Egypt from the UK. Congratulations. But it's still going to be hanging around at the Rafah crossing. There are 7 crossing points from Gaza to the outside world, and since earlier this century, most of those have been closed down. There are, I think, only 3 that are open. The Rafah crossing, the Beit Hanun crossings, also known as the Eretz crossing, and the Karam Abu Salem crossing. That's it. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's it. That's it. The crossings can be closed at any times by the Egyptians or by the Israelis, leaving the Gazan Palestinians completely stranded. And the Rafah crossing is the only way to cross between Egypt and Gaza, and therefore the only way for Palestinians to link up with the Arab world, especially after the destruction of the Yasser Arafat International Airport, the only Palestinian-operated airport in 2001. So there are restrictions, even in peacetime, imposed by the Egyptian authorities, and Gazan Palestinians have to pay coordination fees to the Egyptian side to be able to leave during the limited times when the crossing is open. Palestinians trying to use the Eretz crossing, which is in the north of the Gaza Strip and is fully under Israeli control, that's very difficult for Palestinians under even in peacetime to enter and to exit Gaza, and nobody uses that crossing without a special permit provided by Israel and going through extreme security checks. Now, the point is that when Rishi Sunak met with Netanyahu, Sunak said that aid would be allowed into Gaza through crossings, not a single crossing, but through crossings. Now, either he was innocuously pluralizing a word that should have remained singular, or he was truthfully repeating an understanding that the Israelis were going to open up more crossings. So is that going to be the Eretz crossing, the Karem Abu Salem crossing, as well as the Rafah crossing? Because it would be perfectly reasonable for aid to arrive into Gaza through an Israeli crossing, and indeed that would give the Israelis the opportunity to check that what was going in was not military hardware and that it was perfectly safe to be delivered. And indeed, if it were going in through the northern crossing, then it would be able to reach sites in the stranded part of Gaza town, Gaza city, that has been under so much fire over the last 2 weeks. I don't suppose that's likely to happen, but there are other crossings, of course. There's the Al-Awa, the Sufa crossing, shut down in 2008, but it's still there. There's the Nazal Ouz crossing, which was designed for fuel, still there, and presumably the underground pipes are still there. That was closed in 2010. The Kusufim crossing, which is located near Khan Yunis, so very appropriate to use that to get aid to the people stranded in the south of the Gaza Strip, where they've been told to assemble. All of these are possibilities, And I think it's up to Rishi Sunak to use his influence to make good on the promise that was at least implied, or certainly not contradicted by Netanyahu when they gave a joint press conference last week, or earlier this week. Last week, I think.